Hiya. So it's me again. And today, a new patch just came out for Maplestory, the Night Troupe, and all of the events and bugs and crashes that come with it. But I digress. The event does potentially give a lot of rewards, and there is a lot of potential for this event. So I'm going to be telling you guys exactly how to go through it, unlock all your stuff without, wasting your time or wasting the resources that you get from this event. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and sub, or I will literally eat your mesos faster than Star Forcing does. Thanks. So before we actually get into the specifics, the Night Troop can actually achieve one of two things for your account. Either A, give you a lot of XP so that you can level a lot faster, or B, give you a lot of items to actually boost your account. The Night Troop is basically a coin capping event that gives you a bunch of extra stuff as you go along. Also, when you rank up in this event, the bonuses that you get from this event start to become more and more powerful. So the further you go into this event, the more XP you'll be getting, the more items you'll be getting, and the more bonuses for, the characters that you'll have, and more stats that you'll gain overall. So to get started on this event, you're going to go to the event tab, and the event actually has its own icon, so you're going to go through the first quest and go through all of the initial dialogue. The event actually only starts when you receive your attraction tickets, and this is where you'll be presented with your two options. The first option is for XP, and the second option is for items. Now, when you do receive an attraction ticket, this is when you can actually start coin capping. And as you coin cap, you'll have an orb at the right side of your screen or wherever you want to place it. And when you fill up this orb, you get certain bonuses. So for the cannon, you will get items that drop on the floor. And for the carnival, you will get an XP multiplier as you fill up that orb for a few minutes. Now, in order to coin cap in this event, it takes roughly around 3,000 kills, which isn't too much. It's roughly about a set or two of dailies. But in order to cap out on the festivities, if you will, takes a lot longer. The cannon takes roughly around 6,000 to 9,000 kills, and you have to wait around once you do cap the cannon. And maxing out the XP on this event probably takes like 8 to 10 hours. So in order to actually get the most, you have to play a ridiculous amount of time. And I don't see any normal player actually reaching, the cap on these festivities. Now, if you do want to switch between the two attractions, you actually can. But the thing is that you can only pick one attraction per week. So because I've chosen the cannon this week, I will only be able to use the cannon for the entirety of this week, and if I want to switch to the carnival and make more XP, I'll have to wait until next week before I do so. So the coin capping in this event has one use and one use only, and that is to interact with the party planner menu. Now in the party planner, there are different attractions that give you different bonus stats as you go along. For some bonus stats, you will need to achieve a higher rank before you actually can unlock those bonuses. And for some attractions, you can actually level up the bonuses, making them even more powerful as you go along. So for example, the souvenir shop, the experience zone, and the food stand are some examples of attractions that you can level up. But usually, and for most of the attractions here, it's usually just leveling them up once and you're done with them. Now, all of the coins that you gain through this event will be counted towards your rank. And the more coins that you get, obviously, increases your rank. Starting from the basic level, when you get your first level, you will become a junior designer. And once you level up from a junior designer, you'll become a senior designer. And from a senior designer, you become a veteran designer. And then a master designer. And the designer rank gets you two things. So as you level up your designer rank, you will get more stats for your entire account that is participating in this event. So as you can see, I'm getting 20 all stats, 10 attack, 12 IED, 10 crit, and 10 crit damage. At the junior designer rank, and obviously those stats increase as you go to the higher ranks. So as soon as I become a senior designer, I'll have 15 attacks, so on and so forth. Another thing is when you rank up, you will get specific rewards. So for achieving junior designer, you'll get a mega character burninator, which is a burning character to level 150. When you hit the senior designer, you will unlock the star forcing safeguard room, which basically ensures that your items will not boom before 15 stars. At the veteran designer rank, you'll get 10 Meister cubes, and at the master designer rank, you'll get a mount transfer. These last two rewards, if you will, are not very great. As you can tell, the big one is the one that comes from the senior designer. The star forcing safeguard is absolutely massive. This is really good for bossing mules. If you want to star and boost bossing mules, this is the event, because having to not safeguard when star forcing on bossing mules is super good, because that means you don't need to go through the time to actually get spares for that character, and you can still save the money on the safeguarding. That's why this event is super powerful for bossing mules, and that's why I'm spending this event focusing on bossing mules and making sure that I can boost them up as much as possible. Now, the reason why I bring up bossing mules is because you can also not only enhance their equipment a lot more easier, you can also enhance their symbols and nodes a lot easier in this event as well. So when you level up your souvenir shop, every time you complete an Arcane River daily on those characters, you will get an extra 2 symbols every time you clear a daily, and this stacks for however many characters that you do your dailies on. But on top of that, when you select the cannon will give you specific items from a list of items. The first being spell traces, which obviously suck. The second are Master Craftsman cubes, which can rank up your potentials for free, which is pretty good. Rainbow flames or black flames, which can be used to fix flames. Unfinished Star Force paper, unfinished Nodestone powder, unfinished sacred symbols, or unfinished arcane orbs, and confetti peace pouches. Now, for all of the unfinished items, there's 2 options from what you can obtain. So for the enhancement paper, you can either get a 1-star 20% chance under 12 stars, and this costs 10 enhancement paper, or you can choose 1 additional star at a 10% chance under 15 stars. Now for this, obviously I would recommend the 1 additional star for under 15 stars, because getting the 15th star is a lot harder than the 12th star. And also with the 5, 10, 15 event, getting 12 stars also becomes much, much easier in comparison to the 15th star. Also, when you do achieve the 15th star with these papers, for example, that's a checkpoint. So you don't need to spend any more money, losing stars or, juggling back and forth. For the node stones, you can either spend 4 of these powders to make a normal node stone, or 120 of these powders to make an experienced node stone. The choice here is very obvious. Always go for the normal node stones, because you can craft 40 of these before you can craft 1 experienced node stone. Or sorry, 30 of these. And 30 node stones is a lot more experience overall in comparison to the experienced node stone. For the sacred symbols, if you are confused at this point in time, if you do have Arcus unlocked, always choose Arcus symbols. Arcus symbols are much more precious than Cernium symbols because you make a lot less. For arcane symbols, the same applies there. Morass and Asphera symbols are a lot more important than the other symbols, so definitely choose those or prioritize those over everything else. And then the confetti pouches. Now, the confetti pouches give you a chance at a bunch of random items. Most of the time, you'll just end up with spell traces, but sometimes, if you do open them, you'll get useful items. For example, like Medals of Honor. Now, notes. These items are tradable within your accounts when they are unfinished. But as soon as you open them, any item that comes out of these are untradeable. So if you do want the items on other characters, you're going to need to transfer the unfinished things first before you open them. Do keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the cannon and whatever, whatever you can do to optimize for bossing mules. I also suggest going for attack power when fighting boss monsters by 30%, because obviously you're going to be bossing if you're going to be, playing on bossing mules. Now, if you don't have any bossing mules and you want to build up your account, this event is also really good for that too. Because through the party planner, you can get bonus experience straight up just when killing mobs, or you can also get rune experience. So when you hit the junior designer rank and you hit the experience zone level 2, it'll actually increase your rune XP by 100%, which is roughly equivalent to 30% XP overall when you do have your Evan Link at level 3. And the food stand can go up to level 3, which means that you can get an extra 15% XP on top of the attraction tickets. So if you take the carnival attraction ticket, this will give you an extra, I'm pretty sure, 30 to 40%. I don't know the exact number. I'll probably pin the comment if anybody knows the exact number for the XP. Because I haven't taken this attraction myself, so I don't know what it goes up to. But when you fill the orb, you'll be getting a bunch of bonus XP from this, the rune XP bonus, and the flat bonus XP on top of that, which means that you're getting roughly to 70 to 80% bonus XP during this event. Super, super powerful. If you are leveling mules or leveling characters, this is the event to do it. It is insanely strong. Now, there are some externalities to this event. It's not just the party planner and the coin capping. So obviously, as you'll level up, you'll have more things outside of just coin capping and the party planner that unlock as you go along. The first one that opens up is the iceberg breaker. It's something that you can do every day, and basically what it is it's Punch King. Punch King is usually an event that returns to Maplestory. It's basically where you fight a bunch of mobs that get progressively more difficult as you go along. So the mobs will start out really easy, and as you kill more and more, they start to get more difficult. And as you go along and you kill the harder mobs, you get more and more points. Now, Iceberg Breaker is very, very useful and is something that you should be doing every day, because Iceberg Breaker gives you more event coins on top of the daily cap of 300. So for example, let's say if I max out the Punch King at 1500 points, that means I will be making an extra 150 coins a day. The reason why this is good is because obviously you can unlock the, you can unlock more stats and higher ranks a lot sooner, which means that you can take advantage of those things a lot sooner, which means that you just get more rewards overall. The next thing is the bumper cars. I don't know when exactly this unlocks. I'm pretty sure this unlocks at the senior or veteran designer. I could be wrong. But the bumper cars is also something that you can do daily. This is where you get your daily bonk. I'll put that in quotes. And basically what a bonk is it gives you 1 to 10 levels for free instantly on a character between level 141 and level 200. And the further you go along, the less levels it will give you. So if you're level 141, you'll be more likely to get 10 levels instead of 1 level. But let's say if you're level 190, you are more likely to get 1 level instead of 10 levels. And obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that. There's, a full range of levels. So you can either get 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, 4 level, all the way until 10. And obviously that range and the chances of what levels you can get within this range change depending on your level. So for example, if I'm level 160, there may be a 5% chance of me getting 10 levels at once, and then a 10% chance of me getting 9 levels, so on and so forth until you complete the whole thing. Another one of the externalities is MVPs. So if you are generous, or if somebody is generous in one of these event maps, you spend 200 million mesos and you give everybody an MVP. which basically increases your XP by another 50% on top of all of the other XP buffs that you have. Because once again, it stacks with other XP buffs. Obviously, you can even use this yourself and spend 200 million mesos for an MVP. Is this something I suggest? Only if you're absolutely balling. It's kind of expensive. Or unless if you really, really need it or really want it for some reason, it's an option, right? Another one of the externalities is obviously the safeguarding, the no boom room. Once again, overpowered for bossing mules, really, really strong. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the event. Now, one last thing to note before I wrap up this video. For anybody who has participated in the previous event, the Tobin Hair Hero event, the buffs that come from this event stack with the Tobin Hair Hero event buffs. So if you are planning on pushing bosses solo, now is the time to do it because you will be absolutely cracked up on buffs. The amount of buffs that I'm getting from both of these events combined includes 35 boss, 30 IED, 30 all stats, 15 attack, 15 crit damage soon when I get the senior designer rank, 15 crit rate, 18 IED, 15 attack, and 30 all stats. The amount of damage that I'm getting from just these two buffs alone, it pretty much is night and day. The bosses that I can clear and can't clear with and without these buffs, it's completely different. And that's why I'm going to be pushing, or at least trying, a Black Mage solo in recent times. But yeah, that'll be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And remember to like, comment, and sub, or I will literally eat your mesos faster than Starforcing does. Thanks.